Hey, welcome to Whiskey Magic and Distraction. We're glad you're here. If you're in chat, give us a hi, hello. And if you're not, well, you're not seeing this, so why am I talking to you? So back to everyone else. Let's try not to kill the new guy today. Let's kick it off with well, a bunch of us nerdy folks playing D&D. And if you watch us on YouTube, you'll see this show in about 48 hours if everything goes well. A little longer if it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does, but we'll be excited to see all of you every chance we get. So please check us out on YouTube as well. And back to Alex, tell us about what we got to give away tonight.
Absolutely. Tonight, once we pass 25 viewers, we are giving away a mystery dice set from our friends over at 1985 Games. Type exclamation point epic once you see the notice in chat. The raffle is live. You must be a resident of the US or Canada, excluding Quebec. They know what they did. And you must be a follower to enter. We'll continue to take entries until the end of the stream, so be sure to stick around, as you must be present in chat for our staff to contact you when we pick a winner. Hey, Brandon.
What?
Have you heard about Gary Con?
Gary Con? You mean
have you heard about Gary Con?
Up there on the side, a sign pointing to the road to Gary Con.
That one, yeah.
God. You can reserve your spot right now for Gary Con. That is at March 23rd through the 26th this year at the Grand Geneva Resort in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Register now for virtual games. You can follow our link right in the chat. You must register for a virtual badge to play a virtual game. You could also get some virtual swag. This amazing cast will be streaming a special one-shot, Death in Freeport, sponsored by Green Ronin Press, live on the Gary Con channel, March 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Keep watching the Games Tavern for more announcements, as more cool stuff will be added all month long on our March to Gary Con.
I don't know that I can top that going into the recap here, but here we go. Can I get a little bit of Moonstone Mask music? Just ambiance. Where we last left off, the party had finally made their way out of the sewers. From there, after much consternation, they got themselves cleaned up after a prank gone right. Baptized, who was it that went into the drink?
It was a sewer baptism of our priest and our ranger. Sim and Rafe.
So Sim and Rafe went into the drink. Thanks to a prank put together by Luciano and Garlo that was pre-planned from the moment they went down into the shitty place that is the sewer. From there, the party made their way through the sewers, made their way out of the sewers, got back on the streets, cleaned themselves up thoroughly. A lot of prestidigitation had been used, as well as plenty of water. And then they decided they were going to go party at the Moonstone Mask, the place to go for revels and debauchery. Upon entering the Moonstone Mask, quickly ascertaining the type of place that it was, and it was a entertainment mecca. It's like cramming all of modern-day Las Vegas into a fantasy world into a giant building. If you have money, you can pay someone to do it there, whatever it is you like. From there, from the moment they got in there, thinking that turnabout is fair play, Rafe decided to pay an exorbitant fee to ensure that a lot of ladies poured themselves all over Luciano, thoroughly confusing him throughout the night. While Cimarine, Rafe, and Garlo then immediately went down to the casino, where they bumped into, of course, Chet and Roderick, our noble morons who gave them tussle and trouble in Tribor, whom they had robbed thoroughly as well while in Tribor. Were out gambling as well. Not recognized. The party had a good time, but immediately Garlo decided it was the best time ever and went hog wild in the casino, taking off and just hitting table after table after table. Breaking off, Cimarine and Rafe decided to head to the bar, but not before bumping into Turja, who has having a dinner with apparently a wealthy merchant. who invited her to sit at his table while they were sitting in front of the stage watching the show. Where they stopped is quite, excuse me. From there, we then had a rather interesting illusion of, not illusion, allusion of Cimarine mentioning something about nice guys, and then later on mentioning Rafe was a really nice guy, which really set their DM off, who didn't see that one coming. Thank you for that one, folks. But as that discussion was continuing, Church's dinner host excused himself, provided a card, and left. And soon thereafter, a drink was provided to her. And the waitress pointed to a cloaked figure with the seal of Ogma on his cloak, or on the badge on his cloak, sitting, giving a nod. Intrigue has begun. So, Turja, what do you do?
Do I see an empty seat next to this mysterious stranger?
There is indeed.
I move over.
But not for long if you don't hurry up.
I move
Place is
over
busy.
and I sit right next to him.
Okay. Vale, would you like to introduce your character and what he looks like?
So right now, Vale is got a large, oversized cloak on, even though he's inside. He's got a lot of kind of chains and pendants around his neck, and he's clanking a little bit. And he's got a goblet of red wine in his hand. Thank you for joining me. Would you have a moment to speak outside? I've got a delivery for you.
A delivery, one better made in private.
Yes, a few too many eyes in here.
I lean over and I put a hand on his shoulder and I lean in like I'm sort of leaning over to kiss him on like the neck or the side of the face, and I say, in that case, perhaps we should find a private room. Wouldn't want to do anything unexpected.
Sure. When you put your hand on my shoulder, you feel that I'm actually wearing plate armor that appears to be glamored.
Well, that's not terribly romantic. Out of character, but I actually do not do it. Is it obvious where you would go in the Moonstone Mask if you were seeking a little bit of privacy?
All you need to do is ask anyone with a mask on who works there.
I wave a hand for a waitress or a waiter. Wait person.
A big, strong, strapping gentleman who looks very disappointed because he was turned down earlier by Cimarine and Rafe, comes over. Yes, how can I help you?
Is there a place we could go to be a little more private? And I sort of run my hand up and down Vale's arm suggestively.
Certainly, we have rooms for rent. How many hours will you need it?
I think a couple would be sufficient, thank you. 2.
15 minutes, I think.
I laugh and I say, really, you think we're going to be done that quickly?
Well, do you want the deluxe rooms or the simple rooms?
Oh, I don't think we're going to be paying attention to our surroundings. What the normal rooms should do.
Well, in that case, for 2 hours, it's only 2 gold pieces. It's 1 gold piece per hour. I can bring you up and hand you a key and take care of you if you wish.
Please.
I slide over the 2 coins.
Oh, you needn't hand that to me. You'll hand that to the key master. Please, follow me. And he walks you up a series of stairs right back toward the front door, but around to the left is another long walkway that views downstairs the stage to the below and all the tables in the bar area. And then he brings you to a set of double doors, raps on it twice. The doors open. I have 2 guests, 1 room. Invite them in. And you step in, And the strong, strapping lad says, "This is where I'll leave you. I wish you the best of times here at the Moonstone Mask. Good luck." And the door closes behind you. There, standing there, is a lovely lady with gray hair, pulled back into a ponytail, a lovely dress, very ostentatious, and of course a mask on her face. "So, one room, one bed, 2 gold. 2 hours?"
That'll suffice.
She takes your gold. She hands you a key. "Room 16. 3 doors down that hallway and to your left." You pass room 20, room 18, room 16 on the left. You go in. Key works like a champ. You close the door behind you. You lock the door, of course. And inside is a bed, freshly made, freshly laundered. A small fireplace. No fire in it currently. It's quite warm this summer. And no windows.
The minute the door is closed, I move away from Val and I say, apologies, I just, I find that people are less inquisitive if they see what they expect to see.
Good instincts. Thanks. I'm horrible at this part.
I cast Detect Magic really fast, and I say, wait a moment before we discuss anything. And I look around the room for anything that looks like it might be like eavesdropping magic.
There does not appear to be any magic in the room. You do detect magic outside the room, a feeling of it, but it's various different magics probably carried by different people in the area.
I look at Val and I nod and I say, I don't see any magic. We should be private. What's...
Other than some book that is carried by Vale. You detect immediate magic all over the book and all over Vale.
Well, I don't see any magic that's not on you, so we should be private enough.
I unsling the leather belt around it and hold it out in front of me for you. Sahir said to deliver this to you in person.
Not Sahir. The High Priest of Ogma said to deliver that book to her.
My apologies.
Sorry about that.
The High Priest of Ogma paid me to deliver this to you in person.
The High Priest in Waterdeep?
Indeed.
I look at the book. What do I see?
It is Sahir's spellbook. It is a book you recognize from many, many, many days and nights working under him for apprenticeship in the various different things he was teaching you.
It's a beautiful book, well maintained. Petrified wooden covers. It's been a delight to carry this.
This is a book that Sahir would never have given up willingly. Even when he didn't carry it, it was under lock and key.
I look down at it in confusion, not because I don't know what it is, but because I do know what it is. And I look up at Vel and I say, do you know why you were asked to bring this to me? This should not be here.
Not exactly. Although I do know that people tend to not hire me unless the book is valuable and they want it to reach its destination. I often work for Candlekeep and other archives, transporting books or protecting people on the journey.
Did you talked only to the High Priest? You didn't talk to anyone else in Waterdeep? No one named Sahir, for example?
That name does not ring a bell.
Did the High Priest say why he wanted you to send this to me? Because this does not belong here.
He only mentioned that it was urgent and to drop any other jobs that I had. This is priority one.
Why is it urgent?
It's not a question I ask.
I sort of start pacing back and forth, and I say, "This is bad. This is very bad." What are you supposed to do now that you've delivered this? Do you leave?
I'm uncertain. Actually, I'm supposed to protect the book and whoever I deliver the book to. So I guess that would be you.
And what am I supposed to do with it specifically? Did anyone tell you?
I was not given specific instructions, but I can tell you what I would normally do with a book. Open it and begin reading.
Incidentally, can I read
I'll
this
step
book?
in a little bit. The high priest does have a note attached to the book,
Oh.
which you see is in an envelope, and you flip it open, and within it says, "You are the best hope of the translation of this book," and his notes. Sahir has disappeared. We have top men and women looking for him all over Waterdeep right now. However, we fear that something he was working on, critically, may be the reason he disappeared. Again, your help in translating this book, however long it takes, may make the difference in finding out what or whom took him. Signed, High Priest Roman.
This...
You'll note the seal is unbroken. I did not read the note.
No, I saw that. It says... I work for someone in Waterdeep. His name is Sahir. This is his spell book, and it says he's missing.
And from
What
there,
the-
we're going to step over to Cimarine and Rafe at the bar. By the way, you've just glanced over at Luciano, who's sitting on that large couch with 4 women all over him. 2 humans, a half-elf, and a half-orc woman, all over him. And he is drunk, confused, but somehow these people are listening to his every word.
Right, so normal Lucy.
Well, he can't understand why, but he loves it.
I tried last time to go and help Lucy. It was a mighty valiant effort.
She did her best to send him a big guy. It didn't work out.
Did not. A lot of miscommunication happened. I guess how far into the wine are we? Sim's drinking hard on
So
accident.
you just watched Turja go upstairs with someone else.
That's right. That would be enough to earn, just kind of hitting. Did you see that? Do you see that?
And I'm gonna look over. I assume that I also saw Turja go upstairs with someone.
Oh yeah, and you saw her fingers on the arm.
Good for her. I didn't think she had it in her, to be honest. But that was quick. And that was the guy she was with earlier.
Honestly, had no idea she was interested in men.
I didn't think she was interested in anybody. I think this is a marvelous revelation.
Well, good for her. Hopefully that's a good experience for her. I'm gonna say that Rafe is not drinking hard because he's Rafe, but he is drinking pretty hard for Rafe.
Okay, so 2 drinks in.
Yep.
Yeah,
Two
solid
glasses.
2 drinks. Yes.
Solid 2 drinks.
Sim's probably on drink 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Three
What
to
are we
4.
on? 4? Okay, you're doubling down on anything that Rafe can pound. Okay, got
There
it.
was one that went by really quick after the whole debacle with the guy that came over, and oh god, no.
Oh no! Another. Let's see how that went. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the really expensive wine, just drinking it like it's well, it's fine.
So,
Huh.
do you think Luciano's gonna make it through the night?
I'm really worried about our friend. I'll be honest. It's a very funny prank you did. Is he gonna be okay?
I think he's gonna be fine. It's really hard to get hurt at the Moonstone Mask. I'm not
Unless
sure
you
about
pay
his ego,
for it.
though.
Unless
Right,
you pay
yes.
for it. You can pay for that.
Is there something we could throw at him?
What do you mean?
Well, I want to keep the cork personally of this, but is there just like anything else? Like anything that looks that could be tossed?
I mean, there's
Oh.
plenty of napkins. I mean, like
There's
cloth
probably-
napkins and stuff.
It's
There's
probably an
plates
empty
and stuff,
bottle
but I
or
don't
something.
recommend
Yeah.
throwing those.
No, it needs to be playful throw, not scary throw.
You're at the bar. Are there peanuts?
Reed, is there anything? You know what? I have copper wire on me because I always do. I'm gonna pull some of that out, and I will use that to turn a napkin into a badminton shuttle and hand it to Semarine.
Oh boy.
Not the shuttlecock.
Anything but that.
I said shuttle. Come on.
It's okay. We're all 12 years old here. We expect no less from all of you. So, yeah.
With utmost glee at this, turn around and just huck it at Lucy.
You're going to hook the shuttlecock
Yeah.
to Luciano.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it hit me?
Make an improvised attack roll because you are not proficient in shuttlecock.
Wrong.
Oh my
and
god!
you've been drinking.
You hit a server.
Ah!
And we get thrown out.
That was a 9 do.
No. No. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, ladies, no, ladies. Did you hear me right? I don't. You heard the story, right? I fought a dragon, right?
That's so amazing.
Oh my
How
god.
big was it?
It was huge, but it was smoky. You couldn't really see the full size, which made the magnitude even greater.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it
Yes.
was. You know,
That's really amazing. The half-orc says in your ear with a strong grip on your shoulder.
oh, thank. Yeah.
Oh, I feel some knots in there.
I'm.
gonna rub those out.
Oh, what?
Starts,
Will you?
starts gripping tight.
Okay, I kind of just like, it's right in here, actually. Anyway,
Oh,
did I
yeah.
tell you about how I met a troll in the sewers and we became friends?
You tell.
Oh
And-
yeah, it's a great time, fantastic, and I'm just gonna keep her I'm very confused because I feel like the reactions I'm getting aren't what I normally get when I tell my stories, and I'm very confused, but I'm not gonna stop.
Okay. Garlo. Amongst the sounds of bells, ding, 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 ding. Winner, winner! What are you gambling on next? Do you continue to do like the card table or dice, or what are we doing here today?
Yeah, we're not doing cards. I think that was a lot of money Garlo lost, and so I have two questions. Is there a buffet in the Moonstone Mask?
There absolutely is. If you talk to someone with a mask, you can find out more about it.
Perfect. So Garlo's thinking about that, but I think he's having what happens when most people lose a ton of money real quick in a casino and they're there with their friends. He's going to go over to the copper slots and just kind of reevaluate things for a little bit. So it's like that
And
was
the priests have set this place up with some amazing copper slots. 3 different wheels that turn with all sorts of fruits and vegetables on them. In some cases, there's some with different types of dragons, and so like get the chromatic match and you win the big prize. All sorts of stuff. And they have bells and magical lights that go off, and if you win big, pyrotechnic spell effects go off like an automatic prestidigitation with beep 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 bing. Beautiful fireworks. It's something to be noticed for. You keep dropping coppers in. I need you to make a wisdom check. Failure is bad. It is a DC 10.
It's a good thing. Good thing Garlo is high wisdom. Not at all. No, it's not. It's an 8. It's an 8.
Not today. I mean,
Real
you can
bad.
burn your inspiration on slots if you want.
I would
Nope.
recommend it.
Not a chance.
Okay, so you lost 20 gold in copper
Oof.
playing the slots.
That's a
And
lot
now
of copper.
we go back to Turja and Josh.
It
imagine
gets you with the multiplier because
Yeah.
if you can do the max bet and it seems so
Well,
easy. And then,
it was 10 gold for every point you failed the DC by.
fair enough. No, I get that. It's thematically, it's Garlo's just entranced by the lights.
So Turgeon Vale, back to your room. Turgeon was about to ask something.
I look through the spell book and can I read it?
So some things you can read. There are a few spells in there that you immediately recognize, like Dancing Lights, Mage Hand, Minor Illusion. Things he tried to teach you in the past. You recognize things like Sleep and Detect Magic. But there's a lot of things in there you can't read yet. But some of the letters kind of make sense. You learned his style of writing.
Can I tell what language it's in?
It's, as usual, a wizard's own arcane script. Unique to each and every wizard, variations of which can be learned by other wizards, usually the apprentices thereof, who then eventually write their own arcanic script. Within, you also see a variety of other notes on other subjects as well. It's not just a spell book, it's a tome of knowledge. You see drawings and arcane equations. How much time are you going to spend at this moment digging through that book? Are we going to take the full 2 hours?
No. Just a minute or two.
Flipping through?
Yeah.
That's what you see.
Okay.
And I'm very curious. I'm just kind of using my height to my
Shoulder
advantage
surfing?
and yeah.
All right.
I notice that he's sort of peering over my shoulder and I let him look.
Well,
Beautiful
interestingly,
handwork.
you can't read any of it, but you do recognize the pictures, and you do know it is a spell book at this point, as well as other notes and knowledge. What catches your eye, Josh, is a drawing that Turgis studies for a moment and then moves along. It's of a giant monolith, and some notes to the side about it. And then another like circle superimposed on the same picture that was somewhat near it.
Well, hold on a moment. Can you flip back to the monolith there?
I give him a
Seems
funny
familiar.
look and then I do so.
Is it a place that I recognize? Something I've seen
No.
before in another book?
No, you don't.
Do I recognize it?
The monolith looks a lot like what you saw in Nightstone. The circle looks a lot like what you saw came in the box that was delivered to him. The giant, one of the giant discs-looking things that you had seen.
I ask Val, have you ever been to Nightstone?
Nightstone.
You passed by the street sign for it, but you never actually went to Nightstone.
Yeah, I know where it's at, but I just never had opportunity to stop through.
I say sort of distractedly, the place is named after the town, or the town is named after the stone. There's a giant stone in the middle of it, and it's black as night. This reminds me of that stone, and this circle thing. It's something that I saw in Sahir's office. It was also made of, if not the same black stone, and something very, very similar. I suppose if you've never even seen that night stone, you don't know anything about that.
That's
I recall
when
reading
Turgia
something
was
about it.
attacked by a black cat from behind. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
As we're talking here, I have a piece of parchment in my hand, and I'm kind of nervously folding it origami style into a little cat. And when I get done, I give it a stroke, and it becomes an actual cat in my hands, kind of with fur the color of the parchment.
What did you do?
Oh, just a nervous habit.
But it's alive.
Yes?
What are you?
Oh, I'm an archivist.
But what spell is that?
spell?
He just turned a piece of parchment into a living thing. Or at least a moving thing. Come on.
I don't know. It's a trick I picked up a couple decades back.
So I close the book and I sort of flip it against one palm against the other, and I say, so you're supposed to guard this and me until I figure it out. Is that what you're
Exactly.
telling me?
Yes.
Oh dear, this cannot be good. Nothing against you. What is your name again?
Vale Silverleaf.
Bill Silverleaf. I pulled out a hand. Turja Nighthawk.
Nice to meet you.
I'm traveling.
Vale, make an investigation check for me real quick. You've met a few operatives who work undercover like Turja does. Unusually, she has soft hands. Most of them have a roughness about them. Now, Turja carries herself with a little bit of knowledge of the world, but there is something softer.
Have you been working in the field long?
A few years. I wouldn't call myself any sort of expert. Why?
Just curious. I mean, we all get into it for our own reasons. I spent so many years in the stacks of libraries and archives. I just needed to get out into the world a little bit.
And from there, we switch back to Cimarine and Rafe. How's those drinks coming?
Oh, someone's muted.
Sorry. I was going to say at this point, we probably hit the bottom of that bottle. And Rafe is going to glance down at the bottle and go, dinner?
Yeah, we said dinner earlier. Dinner would probably pair really well with that. It's gone now, though. Food. I could do some food. Food sounds good.
So I'm going to wave down a masked employee and say, we'd like to order food, if that's possible.
Of course. Did you want dinner at the tables, a booth, or did you want at the bar here?
Could you possibly get us a booth that will allow us to watch? And he's going to subtly glance over at Luciano. That joke.
Oh, is this just something you're into here, or is that a friend?
Oh, he's a friend.
Of course. We can get you a booth on the far side. It'll be closer than the bar is now, but it won't be close enough that you'll, be able to get away, if you will.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you so much.
No problem. Just follow me. I have one open one right now. Just
Okay.
cleared it.
Fantastic. Thank you.
And he walks you over.
I am unsteady on my feet. This is probably the most inebriated Rafe has been in years.
It's not gonna help. You're gonna have an inebriated Sim on your arm too. I'm sure both just doing the
Weaving
a little
dangerously.
bit. A little bit, yeah.
Garlo, turning from the slots, you see Rafe and Cimarine leaned up against each other as they make their way to the table, and from the back you can see what is the unmistakable silhouette of the back of Luciano's head as another woman is rubbing her hands through it, and a very hefty half-orc lady is rubbing his shoulders, and two other women appear to be just leaning in to whisper things into his ears.
I got a pretty serious question because it's going to determine which of these things that Garlo pays more attention to. Rafe and Sim are walking. Is there hand holding going on?
No, this is looped arm. At least
Looped arm. Okay. Then I think because I see you both stumbling. Drunk Rafe is interesting. From my spot at the slot machine, can I keep eyes on both of them? Can I pull a Wraith and creep on
No,
them? Creeping
their
on
booth
them?
is actually goes into a alcove, which prevents you from seeing them once they reach it. Luciano is in plain view, and oh, by the way, a masked person steps by with a tray. Drinks for you, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for you,
Sorry.
Luciano.
Oh, I thought you said
Carlo.
Luciano.
Yeah, back off, Lucy.
I want a drink.
Yeah, keep them coming. Actually, do you have any food in this joint?
Of course. You want it delivered? Or do you to your seat here?
Yeah, sure, that sounds nice.
All right.
Line them up.
What do you want?
I could go for. I saw a thing. I heard a crier talking earlier about you can get like a lobster dinner for like 2 silver. Is that still a thing, or is that?
Well, it's actually 3 silver, but yeah, you
Okay.
can. Lobster's cheap here.
I'll take 3 of them to start, and some. Let's just start with some ale. And could you send a? Can I roll a history check? What was that super terrible drink we ordered a few towns back? The one that was like instant numbing tongue.
There's some kind of poison.
I'll just ask the waitress. What is? You seem like a fun person. What is something that is truly unique in taste and reaction that you might give someone to drink? A friend of yours to drink.
Oh, well, from here, I would always recommend the Bragger bombs. But they're licorice liquor, if you wish it. However, just to warn you, if you wished it, the house ale is free for as long as you're sitting here popping slots.
I
better get
wonder why
20
I have. Yeah, 20 gold. I mean, then we'll go ahead and have them coming. But let's go ahead and get some of those. What you call them?
Bragger bombs.
Breaker bombs. Let's get. You see the horn gentleman over there?
Oh, yes, he appears to be having a grand old time.
Yeah, and I'd love to keep that going for him. So if we can get one, like a large one for him over there, and then did Sim and Rafe already disappear?
Well, you saw where they kind of bumped into. Yeah.
Okay, I'll describe them. There's a beautiful elvish woman, has a wooden hand, and this lanky sort of shadow priest.
In saffron robes.
In saffron robes.
No,
No.
not currently saffron. He's wearing
Right. He changed
blue,
them.
blue and black with purple highlights.
Okay, so you would recognize that. Okay. Oh, yes, I saw them earlier. It shouldn't be a problem.
And make sure just they don't have to know who sent them.
Discretion is our watchword here.
Right.
But it'll be 1 gold apiece.
Something I can finally happily lose money on. Trying to ponies up the cash.
Excellent, excellent. I'll have your 3 lobster dinners, your house ale, and a Bragger bomb for you. And I'll also make sure that the rest of them get delivered.
Much appreciated. I give her a gold tip.
You are too kind, sir. What are you doing later?
Ooh.
Carlo is just immediate. His color in his face matches his hair. As
You
he
just
is-
think about that for a moment. You strapping lad, you. I'll be back with your lobster dinner, your ale, and your friend's drinks. And we'll talk some more.
Okay.
And she steps away.
It's a lucky location, the Moonstone Mask.
Luciano,
Yes.
what is happening?
From my understanding, they're liquoring me up anyway. So I feel like I'm trying to tell my best story because I feel like the reaction I'm getting isn't what, like, I'm like, something is weird, but I'm going to keep going. And every time I'm like, okay, no, so yeah, we were attacked on all sides. There were these wolves standing like people. It was crazy. And they're like passing me drinks. I'm like, oh, yeah. Anyway, then these bears came out. And I'm just like trying to like, I'm like waiting for like the big emotions, but they're like giving me, I feel like, very like,
Oh, yeah, bears are hot.
I mean, Yeah, it was scary though. Like it was. I was very brave.
Brave is so strong.
Yes, yeah. It was. Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Sir. Special for you. Apparently, you've been a very good person today. Here you go. And you're handed this tumbler full of a brown, almost black liquid.
Who can I, thank for this unexpected gift?
Think of it as a gift from the house, sir.
I appreciate it. And I'm gonna immediately take a sip. Just take it back a little bit.
It is extremely strong flavored. It is a very licorice drink. And it's like, you feel the cold burn as it goes down.
Oh yeah. I feel like with everybody around me, I kind of like push them away. I'm just like, oh god, oh my god.
Oh, don't spill your drink, honey.
This is how you treat the good guests. Oh my god. Is there and I'm just like, is there a restroom somewhere I can...
He takes a smell.
I was like, this is not...
Oh, it's a breaker bomb. This is a special drink.
I'd prefer the non-special ones. Is there anything I can get to wash this down?
Oh, you've still got your ale.
Something...
The half-orc takes it and goes, you don't want it?
It's all yours, lady. Anything sweeter? I just need to get this flavor out.
You got your honey wine there.
Okay, and I'm thinking I'm just gonna try to guzzle it.
Strong.
Oof. So I'm just pouring it down. I'm getting hammered just because I'm trying to get the taste out of my mouth of this breaker bomb.
We could all go upstairs and make this a real party.
I mean, and I kind of like look to see if I can find my friends.
I can't find them anywhere.
I came with some others. I don't know if I should just be disappearing.
You don't see Turja. You haven't seen Rafe or Sim forever. You have no idea where Garlo is.
I mean, I guess I don't have a reason to say no, so let's go, ladies.
Okay. And they stand you up. So are we going on the stage or are we going into a room?
Stage is an option.
Well, I mean, that depends. The rooms have stages in some of them.
Ooh, I'm a performer at heart. Let's take it to the stage.
Okay. And they begin to walk you up the stairs. From here, Sabrina and Alex are sitting. They're having a conversation, and then briefly, hey, something on the house for both of you two.
Ooh, I love
And here's the dinner menus to go with them.
Thank you. What is that?
Oh, those are breaker bombs.
What's a breaker bomb?
It's a house. Well, it's from the inner sea kingdoms. It's a special treat, but it's a licorice kind of flavored liquor. It's really kind of a cool burn as it goes down. It's a wonderful flavor and was meant to be shot, not sipped.
Oh, well, thank you for the advice.
All the best. I'll be right back for your dinner menu. Takes off.
I'm gonna drink it.
Before Cimarine grabs the glass, Rafe is gonna look at them and go, it's not that I don't trust the licorice to be delicious, it's that I think, and I'm not sure if Cimarine is gonna catch this. He casts Prestidigitation on both of them. He is improving the flavor of the liquor.
Fair enough.
Define improving. You're changing the flavor of the liquid.
Not
The
changing
liquid
the
is
flavor
as
profile.
intended.
So, Prestidigitation just makes it taste better.
Okay. Okay. So you've added Old Bay seasoning to your.
No,
your,
it's MSG. He put MSG.
Hey, you
in
put
the
MSG in there. Okay.
It's
MSG.
it's pure
Okay.
umami.
It's MSG and Old Bay all rolled into one, and
All
some
in
garlic
black
and
licorice.
yeah, it
All
went
of this
from
I don't think I want in my drink at
sweet
all.
licorice to savory licorice, if any such a thing was possible.
It-
There you go.
It's
Little
licorice
chicken
probably
bouillon,
without
I mean,
the-
sure.
without the licorice snap in the back. Anyway, Raven's gonna go ahead and just pound it.
It still is a cool burn going down.
Sure.
Cimmerian watches him pound it.
Following shortly after. Whew, I'm gonna guess that is fine for her standards. Okay, food. And then it's just gonna stare very intently at the menu, trying to remember
Words.
common.
Hard to read.
Hard to read. Yes.
Getting harder to focus.
It's
I-
okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and assume it has like relatively high-end fare. Like,
It is fine meals.
yeah, okay.
It is fine meals. There is no lost leader on the food.
Right.
Except the lobster and the fish, which they get in great supply here in Nevermore.
Right. Okay. As the waitress returns, I am going to order something fresh from the sea. Literally, whatever looks like the least offensive fish preparation to Rafe.
Tuna.
Okay, he's gonna order tuna.
Fresh
he's gonna look at-
ahi steak tuna.
Yeah, he's gonna look at Cimmerian and go, salad, venison.
Oh. I'm kind of holding the menu a little bit and putting it down, and I'm just gonna point bravely, and it's gonna be something like veal, right? Something probably meaty. That looks
Oh, the
great.
braised pork. Very good choice.
Yes, that's exactly what I read. Wow. Water would be great also.
A few moments
Uh,
later, the waiter shows up. He goes, the hostess told me you'd be ready to order.
Oh,
Braised pork and ahi tuna.
Ahi tuna. Water and do you have a black tea?
Black tea. Black tea. Yes, we have black tea. Straight from Chult.
Okay. 2 black teas, whatever the house preparation is.
Absolutely. And a glass of water. Braised pork, ahi tuna. How do you want your ahi tuna prepped? Do you want it seared, pepper crusted?
Oh, please just sear the fish for me.
As you wish. It should be back in about 5 minutes. And he takes off, and 5 minutes later, he'll deliver it no matter what you say or do.
oh, still on us. Cool.
So I actually didn't know that you could read common.
Well, yeah, I'm usually a lot better at it. I'll be honest. Things are just a little distracting right now. Mostly the booze, though. I'll be honest about that. It's mostly the booze, currently.
Well, it was a very fine wine.
Yeah, how do you know so much about wine?
Well, you grow up in a temple and you get the cheapest and most commonly available drinks, which are watered down wines. You start to learn which ones are better, which ones are worse, which vineyards to avoid, and which ones to go to.
Huh. We've lived very different lives. Question for you, if you don't mind answering. Why Gond? Why become a priest?
Well, it was where I ended up when I was given up. I was given up to a priest of Gond, and the Gondor Order took me in, so becoming a priest was really a matter of course.
Oh. How old were you?
And Rafe is going to look a little bit out of sorts because he hasn't thought about this in a long time. I was probably 4 or 5 years old at the time.
That's really young.
Well, it was beginning to become very difficult. With no father and me obviously not being entirely human. It was very difficult on my mother, and it was very difficult on me. None of the children wanted to be with me, play with me, hang around. So
Oh.
when one of the itinerant priests came through, my mother handed me off to him.
Did you have any siblings?
Oh no.
That must have been really lonely.
Well, it wasn't the most comforting part of my life, for sure. I barely remember it now. But being with the other young acolytes was no picnic either. Again, half-elves are not common.
I guess I never thought of it that way. But it seems like you said, that's where you're supposed to be. And it's led you to some interesting adventures, I'm sure, with water things. I'm forgetting the word for it.
That's the booze.
Definitely not me as a person, just forgetting the word for it. I appreciate you sharing that, actually.
Well, it only seems fair. You've told me more about yourself in the last week than the last 5 weeks before that.
Start counting. Yeah, I guess I have.
And from there, we break off to Luciano, who has gotten all the way up the stairs, and the lady says to you, "That's right, 10 gold for the stage room."
I want to preface this with Luciano fully thinks they want a performance.
Oh, they do.
Yeah. You're gonna pay me 10 gold?
No, sir. It's 10 gold for the room per hour.
I mean, I don't know that I have an hour's worth of material or that I'm in the state to play in an hour, but you know,
Minimum is 1 hour.
I've never had so many people so interested in seeing me perform.
And,
sure, why
and
not?
The half-orc kind of grips your shoulders a little bit because, come on, we want a show. Yeah, give us a show. Show us all your stuff.
And I'm kind of like quick, like digging in my bag. Here you go, 10 gold.
Here's your key. Don't use all the hour just futzing around. Make sure you give them a good show.
I'm like very.
You're literally being whisked away at this point. 3 doors down and on the right. And you get pulled into a room. The door is closed behind you. Someone else locks the door.
Oh.
There is a fireplace with a lit fire on one end. A very large 4-post bed. Freshly made. Freshly clean linen. A small table. A chair. A couple other smaller chairs. Kind of like chase loungers, if you will. And of course, a very small stage. Approximately 6 feet deep. 12 feet wide. Curtains at the back. And room for someone to sing poetry, play music and sonnets to someone. There appear to also be some very interesting rings bolted in various places in the walls, the ceilings, and the floors for, other strategic uses on the stage. It's up to you. I mean, obviously it's there for scenery and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right. Okay.
So, ladies, why don't you get comfortable? I'm gonna go prepare. I'm gonna go warm up. The show will begin momentarily.
They're like, oh, and they sit in various seats. A couple like undo a couple buttons at the top of their shirts.
I imagine that I'm quickly turning around, so I'm not seeing them do that. I'm like trying to like warm up myself in the back, like doing scales or whatever. And I'm just gonna like very like quickly and dramatically like turn around, ready to play, and just like, ladies, not that kind of show. you can put those back on if you'd like. I mean, please.
They are very confused.
Yeah.
As you turned around, I mean, they're not taking everything off. They were kind of just getting ready for the event that they thought was going to happen. But you're standing there with a kazoo warming up, and they're like, you see one of them with a raised eyebrow that was kind of leaning on one of the 4-post beds. Posts. You see 2 of them in different chase loungers on both sides of the stage, really confused. One's completely on the bed, just kind of like. And then you say that, and then they kind of make it's smiling with their mouths, but not with their eyes, as they're very confused as to what's going on.
Okay, and I'm just like trying to shake it off. Be like, okay, maybe it's just Moon's unmasked, who knows? Maybe this is the kind of people in Neverwinter. I don't know, Okay, ladies, I'm gonna play you a song that I picked up in Waterdeep. It's a traveling tune. Let me know what you think.
What's the name of the tune?
And I'm just like very thrown, and I'm like, I don't even know what. It's not a nameless song because I not a song that maybe I wrote myself. It's a song that I've acquired. It's and I'm just like very quick. Traveling inspiration. It's just a very good song to bring up the mood while traveling.
Okay.
And I just break into song, just like. Normally I'm into the music, but right now I'm like very confused and really watching their reaction. Like, what is happening?
Okay. Make a performance check.
Come on, Lucy.
Roll a 1.
21!
21, hell yeah.
You are rocking a cover of The Traveler's Lonesome Heart. A song you stole, very clearly.
Well,
from another bard.
Hold on now.
Well, you're doing a cover of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You haven't said it's yours yet, have you?
No.
Oh, then it's a cover still, until you say it's yours. Switching from that, Turja, there is a knock at the door.
Does Josh move, or does the Veil move to Lancer at all, or does he look as confused as I do?
No, I do. I have a free hand open, like I'm kind of ready to hold a sword, and move up to the door. Who is it?
Drinks and refreshments.
We're all good in here, thanks.
Oh, I'm required to deliver them to the small table inside.
As he
There
as
is no
this
small table
conversation
inside.
as this conversation is going on, I've like half unbuttoned my shirt. Sort of like I put it disheveled on in a hurry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you mess up your hair?
Yes.
Okay.
And I mess up the bed too.
Okay.
Open the door.
You see a slender elven woman standing there. She goes, I have to bring this in.
I move back to allow her into the room.
She steps in. Well, it's just, local house wine and some ale, and and she trips and drops it right in front of you. It clatters to the ground. The bottle bounces, donk, donk, donk. You can tell it is full of liquid, however, nothing has happened yet. The goblets have dropped to the ground, they bounce around. Oh, I'm so sorry. The ale, however, spills. I'm so sorry.
You should go fetch us another then.
I'll be back to clean it up. I'm so sorry. Best of luck. And she gets up, looks forlorn for a moment, turns a glance back, and closes the door behind her.
So I thought they would wait until we left. That would make the most sense. But I have a feeling that somebody's coming for that book.
I have a feeling you're quite correct. Let's get out of here.
I motion to the cat. Come on, Stanza. Let's go.
Do you have
Bounds
any
over
way
and-
to disguise your appearance?
I do, actually. I say, Fabulosa! And my armor... The glamour delusion changes to match that of the people at the Moonstone with, like, the mask.
Does it make your face change too? Because otherwise it doesn't provide you a mask.
No. Well, I throw... No, I guess it wouldn't then.
Okay. Is there something else you'd like to change it to? Or do you still want to make it look like it without the mask?
If I get out a bandana, handkerchief, cut some holes in it, put it on my face with the with that.
So the Dread Pirate Robert style?
That's all I got to work with.
As you start to work the bandana and tie it around your head, you notice that the bottle starts to be smoking. Like smoke is coming out of the edge where the cork was.
Is there a window in this room?
Nope.
I pick up the bottle real fast.
You're going to pick up the bottle.
Yes, and I'm going to put it under the covers on the bed and attempt to delay the smoke.
I need you to make a Constitution check.
Oh dear. Constitution.
Constitution save, actually.
Okay. Well, that's also +1, so 11.
Yep.
You have your inspiration still, don't you?
I don't know what happened yet, so I don't know if I want to use it.
You're probably going to want to roll that right now.
Okay, I'll take that.
So, Turge is burning that inspiration. Advantage.
At advantage.
Turja, you... No. Turja... Vale, you see Turja grab the bottle, like smoke's coming out of it, and puts it under the blanket. And you immediately see her, like, step back and goes, that was... Whoomp. And she drops like a sack of potatoes. Smoke is starting to billow out from under the blanket.
Okay, I will grab her and pick her up, kind of sling her over one shoulder, and secure the book. Put it back in the leather harness belt that I had at my side, so it's traveling with me.
Okay, so you pick her up, you throw her over one shoulder, and you open the door. And standing there is no one. No one at all. However, you hear what sounds like loud goose in heat sounds from across the hallway, which you're trying to is that a goose in heat? Is that a kazoo? What is that noise? It's muffled, but it's coming from the door directly across from you.
Dare you?
A few moments later, you turn, and there's the direction you'd go to the right, which would get you back down the walkway you came in, And then further down the hallway to the left, you see the silhouette of an elf standing there, blade in hand.
My outstretched hand, I summon my longsword into it.
Shing. Roll initiative, everyone.
What about me? Do I roll initiative too?
You can roll it,
Oh, and now I get a natural 20.
Hey,
Right.
look at
but you are not in a good place. That knowledge belongs to our master. And you see her body morph into something a little bigger. And it becomes something not quite human, something not quite elvish, but some kind of weird mix between the two, with a lot of muscle and a big blade. Turja, you're out. Sorry. You picked up a small
I was
bottle
hoping
with
I
some
might at
stuff
least
in
get
it.
to roll like another Constitution save.
Nah.
To wake up.
Not for
Aw.
this one. You're out.
Aw.
Maybe there's something that might pull you up, but when it happens, I'll have you do it.
Okay.
In the meantime, this creature-esque looking thing immediately bolts right for you, Vale. Give me the book. And makes an immediate attack. Does a 8 hit.
Negative.
And a backslash from there. Apparently a 10 doesn't hit either. It's your turn. Pivoting into a stance, she crouches into place. What are you going to do? You have a Turja on your shoulder, a longsword in your hand. How are you
Indeed.
going to do this, buddy?
Is the only way out really past this elvish
No,
monstrosity?
you can move backwards towards the exit.
That's. I'm also across the door from the Hell Goose room, right? The
But
sounds.
you have no idea what's in there.
The nickname, I like that.
All right, and then past the elvish monstrosity would be back down to the main floor, though, right?
No. The Elvish Monstrosity is not blocking your exit. She came from the back side of the hallway.
Gotcha. Okay.
If you had continued on past your room when you came into the place in the first place. So she's not blocking your exit. She's, if anything, probably herding you towards it.
All right, I'm going to try and shove her to the ground. No.
You're going to give her a shove with your sword hand.
I kind of shoulder her something.
You're
You
going
know?
to shoulder check her. So you're going to
Yeah.
move away from the exit into the shoulder. Okay, go for it. $18 certainly does hit. Your broad shoulders and plate armor slam into her. Okay. Roll for improvised bludgeoning damage, I guess. Or
But
do
I
you
guess
have
I was
something
going
that's-
for like a knocking prone type deal.
Do you have a fighter ability to knock her prone?
No, that's you can if part of a shove action, you can either move someone 5 feet
Okay.
or knock them down.
Okay, so she just needs to do a competitive strength check, I guess, at that point.
Yes,
Okay.
or I guess acrobatics.
Okay, make your strength check.
I'm sorry, that was
Or-
the 18.
Oh, the 18? Oh, well, you. She goes flying, like flailing. Boom, 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 boom. Luciano, make a perception check for me, real quick.
Easy. Oh,
It sounds like somebody's having a good time in the room next door.
I'm putting my all into this performance. Okay.
You're at the
Oh, yeah.
bridge right now. It's real good. It's that real sweet. lick.
Oh man.
Oh, absolutely.
They're actually kind of like like they're kind of like moving.
Yeah, they are.
If you rock that performance check. Okay.
And then after knocking her down, I'll use my move to head towards the exit.
Okay. So you move at top speed at that point. All right. From there, she gets up, draws a hand crossbow, and takes a shot. And misses the roll. You come bounding out from the hallway into the main area where there's actually other chairs and stuff in the back side of the podium where you see the gray-haired lady go, "What are you?" Oh, she's had too much to. He drops, blood pouring from her as the crossbow slams into her.
Was she right next to me?
No, the crossbow grazed by and hit her instead because it missed you. There
Bad
is
luck.
a set of double doors on the other side of that podium. You're about to reach it. It is your turn. What are you doing?
Who else is in the room here? Is it the kind of general?
There's a couple people who are kind of like suddenly like, what's going on? That were sitting around smoking some pipes. There's also a mini bar there, but nobody's really at it. There's only a couple people there and a couple masked attendants who are now like, oh my! One of them immediately starts to turn to move away, going somewhere else in another room.
I yell, an elvish monstrosity is trying to rob people, shooting crossbow bolts. And then book it for the exit.
Okay. The exit is locked.
Chain, is it visible or is it
It's
like
the lock on the door.
Okay. Try and slam into it. Kind of a strength check to.
Do you have athletics? You can make an athletics check to do this.
I do. I've lifted a lot of books in my time.
Okay.
Swole.
Swole nerd. 12?
Only a 12.
You hear the door break open. Simmering and Rafe, you hear boom as the door busts open from above and echoes. The music playing on the stage briefly kind of stops for a second and then resumes right back where it was. Luciano, you hear a loud crack and some yelling out on the outside. And the four ladies there are like, they look kind of confused because that isn't the usual stuff they hear.
Everything all right, ladies? What's going on out there?
I'm sure it's nothing. Keep playing. This is the best money we've made all night long.
It's been a pleasure playing for you, ladies, but I am a little concerned. Are you sure?
Nothing to be concerned about.
You sure?
No, we're not sure, but hey, we get paid to keep you here.
I'm sorry. You get paid?
Yeah. You think we work for free? Garlo, you hear the doors open as well, and you see from your vantage point, actually, where you're sitting at the very end inside, you actually have a direct view up to the top at the right angle. Perfect to spot 2 doors blowing open and a large cloaked figure carrying Turja out over his shoulder, moving at a very good clip.
Is it my turn?
It is. Did everyone roll initiative?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not your turn.
Okay.
But you spotted that.
Sure.
Turja, it's your turn. Enjoy, you're doing nothing. Luciano,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I'm taking this information and I'm just like, I'm sorry, ladies.
Oh, don't be mad. It happens the first time to everyone. Come on, you're going to enjoy tonight. I really do like your performances, though. That was a nice surprise, wasn't it, girls? And you're like, yeah, that was nice. Yeah, that was a nice surprise.
I appreciate it,
that was
ladies.
not bad, yeah.
But I don't. I do have friends out there. So as much as I appreciate your company, I'm gonna go hang out with the ones
Can
who
you
are
do Fox and the Hound?
to hang out with.
Goes round and round.
I'm sorry, ladies. You can enjoy the room. On me.
But
Bye.
they all get up as you're
And I'm
going
just
toward
like-
the door.
Yeah, I'm getting out. I'm like going to the door. I'm like, I gotta go.
You step out the door and you see down the hallway a group of people surrounding. Actually, you get out the door and you're immediately body checked by someone coming through the area. You see what looks to be like, you can't tell if it's a guy with really long hair or a woman who's just kind of stocky. Hand crossbolt in one hand, sword in the other, bolting after someone else that looks like they've broken the doors open. And someone's being carried out over their shoulder. No, you can't quite see. They're in the way.
I'm just
And
gonna
there's a scream.
watch where you're going.
There's a scream. Garlo, it is now your turn.
That's my turn.
No, it's Garlo's turn.
Oh, I was like, I thought that was
No,
it.
Your turn's over, bud. That was
Yeah.
it.
That's all I was gonna do.
Yeah, so I look at Emily, the waitress, and I'm like, that's my friend. Stay right here. And Garlo books it. He basically jumps on top of the slot machine and just runs across to spear tackles this person who has his friend.
Oh, no. This person's on the second floor.
Okay. Then
You're gonna have to
then-
go up some stairs to get.
Actually, can I instead, from my point on the slot machine, jump up, click my immovable rod, put myself up, and then jump to the second floor?
I would say you could do that, snatch a curtain, click your movable rod a second time, and then hoist over the ledge. But you'll be consider that it's a giant L. So this person has busted open the doors here and is running down this way.
Okay.
The front door's over this way to the left, but you just popped up on an L shape that overlooks the stage over here from your Aklo, right? And you've made it to the top, but I'm gonna need you to make an athletics check to pull this off, to get over
Okay.
that ledge. Okay.
Would it be faster for me to try to head him off at where he might be going, or does he look like he's going to cross by this way?
He's not gonna cross by you. He's gonna
Okay.
go turn left, but at least it gets you on the second floor to bolt after him.
Well, that's my question though. Would it be faster if he's going to head, because the main exit is on the ground floor?
The main exit's on the second floor. You actually went.
It is on the
down
second floor. Okay,
into
sure.
the area.
Yep. Then yeah, I'm going after him. So yeah, athletics. Here we go.
Here we go.
I'll
It's
use
a-
my inspiration.
Yeah, now might be a good time to use that because a 9 ain't gonna cut it.
25.
Oh man, you vault. I'll even give you an extra 15 feet of movement. You're still 55 feet away, but you're cranking, and you did really good. You got a good launch.
Yep. And then because we wore our fancy attire, but Garlo does have his walking stick that is leaded, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's my friend." And I in pursuit of Vale.
Okay. Simmering, you hear the thunderclap, and you see, as you look around, the first thing you spot is this gnome that's now shimmying between a post that magically holds itself in place and a curtain that they've snatched a hold of. It runs all the way up along that edge.
Just have this moment. I don't look
You
at
are
Rafe.
severely inebriated.
Oh, there's problems happening. Garlo's chasing. There's noise. I think we gotta go after them.
Can't hear you, Rife. You're muted again.
Well, I guess so. Probably should. We're gonna have to go slowly though, because I can't really walk straight right now.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard. All right, we got this. Come on.
All right, that's your 6 seconds of conversation
drunken
and
rush.
decision making. You stand up, and both of you are blitzed. You will be at -2 for anything you do.
Let's
I am-
go.
As I stand up, I'm gonna try and cast Mage Armor. This is gonna be interesting.
You cast Mage Armor just fine. That is an instinctual thing for you.
Okay.
Mage Armor, Blue-green light like interlaces around your clothing as the arcane shields and wards go into effect.
All right.
Okay, so from there, it is now this creature chasing behind Vale has bolted through the doors, found a way to reload, and is firing again, and it is gaining on you. You know that much. It takes a shot, completely misses with a 1 once again. You see the bolt into the wall right in front of you. People are now freaking out. You hear a scream, "Weapons! Weapons in use in the Moonstone! This is verboten! At least not unless you pay for the room!" And you start to hear murmuring, and you start to see some very large clad armored figures starting to come from different places that were in the Moonstone Mask. What are you doing, Dale? You have a turret over your shoulder. Bolts are flying. What would you
How
like to
far to the exit for me? And who's in my
do? You
way?
are 30 feet to the exit.
Okay. I yell, "Spider walk!" And I'm going to dash for my action. And if
Okay.
anything gets in my way, I'll just kind of run along the side of the wall or whatever I need to kind of parkour out of the way.
Okay. So from there, you yell "Spider walk" as you in an arcane method, and you. I mean,
No,
there are
I
people in
just
the
yell
way,
"Spider walk."
not necessarily blocking you, but you definitely like matrix up the side of the wall, and then back down into a loop and hit the ground right in front of the door. But you can't open it just yet. The
Okay.
door is not locked. It will open easily to your touch, and you know that much. Luciano,
Yep.
you see this figure now firing through
How
the door.
far from me have they run so far?
35 feet.
Oh, okay, that's easy. Seeing them still go, I'm gonna just yell at them and be like, "You need to slow down!"
And then you see someone bleeding with a crossbolt sticking out of their abdomen, and people gathering around them trying to help.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna scream that out, and I'm going to cast slow, my new fancy spell.
It is fancy.
So almost instinctually, without knowing how to do it,
Yeah.
you cast this spell.
Hold on.
And they become slowed down.
I've had enough tonight. I'm just like, I do not understand what is happening. I feel like I've woken up from a very weird dream. I'm gonna like just look. Did I see by any chance Garlo's magnificent athletic performance?
No, you haven't gotten to that door yet. You
Okay.
just cast spell, and you're still standing in front of your door.
Yeah, and I'm still just trying to gather myself because I'm just like, what is happening?
You do hear some voices in your room going, "Come on back. We'll spend extra time. Come on."
Ladies, stay in there. Please close the door, lock the door. And I'm gonna continue. I'm not gonna run down the hall to this thing because I don't know what the heck's going
Are you
on. But I'm
walking?
gonna start making my way, just like very curious. Cause I'm like, what the like? I taking it all in.
Mhm.
I feel very disoriented.
Garlo, your move.
Yeah, hustling. So I'm coming up. Vale is at the door, so many feet away. Is like the creature coming like alongside me?
You do
are
see
we-
not alongside you, but you will be in intercept path if you dash. You will be able to hit that creature should you wish. But you see that creature's got a sword and a crossbolt, and is yelling, "Stop! He's kidnapping her!"
And yeah, Garlo, yeah, he sees his friend in danger, so I mean, that's where he goes, and so he dashes, but he knows Emily's watching, and like he did that super cool parkour, and he's like, yeah, it's gonna, I'm impressing her, and so he does a dash action, but he moves faster than he normally does because his movement speed is 35 feet right now. He's a little quick guy. So full dash action.
70 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can easily catch into the creature with the crossbow. You actually pass that person before they can round the corner to move the final 30 feet to that doorway where you see Vale is standing holding Turja.
So I imagine to Vale's standpoint, here's Garlo with like his cane like out by his side, just bull rushing.
Yeah, you're now
and
30 feet away from him.
Got it.
Okay. Turja. Don't ever pick up smoking bottles that way again. Okay, moving on. Cimmerian.
Yeah, okay, what are we seeing at this point?
You see Garlo hauling ass. You see someone else with a short sword firing bolts at somebody who's carrying Turja. And you see Garlo yelling like an old man, but moving faster than you've ever seen him move before. And you're also feeling, oh man, those Brager bombs.
Strong, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I'm still gonna do my very best to just run forward and follow after. Because if he's running, probably means we should be running.
Make a Constitution check for me.
I would love to do that for you. Absolutely.
Please throw up.
Not a
Please throw up.
disadvantage, just make a Constitution check.
Marina's very hardy constitution. I'm sure she'll be fine.
She does.
You did indeed make your Constitution check. You move at dash speed should you wish it.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
get to the stairs and halfway up the stairs.
Okay.
Rafe, what are you doing?
I am pretty unsteady, but seeing as everybody else is running in a direction and realizing that the chances that everything behind them will shortly be on fire, I am going to follow.
Okay.
Um,
Make a Constitution check.
Constitution check or Constitution save?
Save. Oh, dude. Natural 20. You rock it. You not only do it, you don't look drunk while you're doing it, unlike Cimmerian. All right, so you guys are both halfway up the stairs. You bump each other in the shoulder as you make it up there. Stealing a glance at each other. Do you say anything?
No,
Nope.
no,
Not race you to the top. Not
nope.
you smell like licorice. Not anything like that. Nothing. Okay.
No,
Cool.
no, no.
I'm just
time
waiting for that
serious
snazzy like
business.
side commentary to start happening again. All right. So it is now Garlo chasing your friend. You then hear, I'll get that book. And you feel what can only be a crossbolt whiz by your head. One second here, and it's fired at Vale once more before he crosses that door. However, this time, Vale, it does hit.
Got
It
minus
sinks
2.
into the plate.
I will-
And that
Oh no,
is
that's
still a
the AC.
19.
I'm sorry, that's the hit. It's AC. I thought it meant to hit. My bad.
I will
It
shield.
is to hit. It is a 22 to hit. Minus
Oh.
2 is 19, which is exactly what is needed to actually hit. So,
Well, I
a
think-
bolt. Go ahead.
Was Vale casting shield?
Yes.
Yeah. that's
Vale
what I thought.
cast shield. Boom. Shield goes up. Instant deflection. No damage to Vale.
No harm shall come to anyone under my charge.
I feel safer already.
And the door is. You shove the door open?
Yes.
Okay. Because it's your move. So you shove the door open. You're standing on the deck or the stone veranda that surrounds this place. There's a large set of stairs that go down, and then it splits into 2 sets of stairs that go down from there on each side, left and right. And then from there, it exits out into the large open fields where there are a couple groups out there playing music and people laughing and reveling outside.
So when I kick the door open and go through it, I want to kick it shut behind me, and then
Okay.
with the spider walk, skitter up so that I'm above the doorway, waiting for this thing to come out.
Okay. So you are able to do all that because you're not going an extreme distance. So you kick the door shut, boom, and you make your way up. Garlo, you see all of this. And then I would assume you'd glance back to see who the hell just tried to shoot your friend and you, or that person carrying your friend, because that's not something you're going to ignore.
Nope.
Okay. Luciano,
Yep.
you hear something about no one's coming to harm while they're in my charge. Boom, boom, boom. And you see Garlo bolting across and in front of that person that was just shoulder checked you on their way out.
Oh, Garlo? What the? And when I see Garlo get in the way of this like thing that's shooting
You
arrows,
see
I'm
the bolt shoot right by that Garlo.
yeah, I'm gonna run towards the creature, the elf creature, and I'm going to use what's it called? Unruly item on this creature's crossbow.
Okay. And
I'm
what does
gonna
unruly item do?
do-
Thanks to this. This sounds like a Kobold Press deep magic spell. Is this a
Oh, yeah.
Kobold Press deep magic spell?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Gotta
thank
love
you,
deep
Kobold
magic.
Press. So
So
it's going
just,
to.
it animates it, and it's fighting back. So he's gonna have to make a save if it wants to use it.
It's like throws it down and bolts for the door.
And we'll do my best to follow suit just because I saw Garlo go. I'm like, what the hell is happening?
And now you're bolting. Okay.
Yeah.
So you will catch that creature in the next turn if all goes well. Garlo, what are you doing?
Yeah, I heard something about a book, heard the guy say charge, felt the bolt go by me. So, like, Garlo knows there's something up, but Turja is still unconscious being carried out by someone he doesn't know. So, I mean, that's where he's going. So he, yeah, full run and, like, will just, like, bull rush the door. Like,
Bam! You hit the door. Boom! The door opens. Boom! Boom! And almost bounces back. You continue on down the stairs, straight down. right?
yeah, I'm looking for him. What do I
So
say?
you go
See him?
down the first flight of stairs to that thing, and you're looking around in the fields because obviously he must be out there. Make a investigation check. At disadvantage
Perception or investigation?
Actually perception at disadvantage only because what Vale did is so
Very good. Yeah.
out of what you would expect.
It would never look above me. I don't think I'm going to do worse than
Nope,
a 7, but let's
there's
see
no
what
way.
happens.
Don't even bother. So, oh, that was a natural 22.
Yeah, it
Bummer, buddy.
was.
So, you are staring around, chain ready to pound the skull of whoever's taking your friend. Thimmerine, halfway up the stairs. Talk me through that licorice in your belly feeling.
Wait for me, guys. Look, it is not the most fun feeling in the world. Because not just the licorice, it's the like half bottle, maybe more than half bottle of wine in the system as well. And it doesn't sound like we got food to help with any of that.
You drank 2/3 of that bottle of wine.
Yeah.
The service was fast, wasn't it? We got our food.
You got some of it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's even better. That means we're like floaty bits in the stomach. Just not quite enough to actually do its job.
It won't be smooth. It'll be chunky when it comes out.
Oh yeah, no. That we'll worry about the rally later. Actually, can we puke and rally?
Can you puke and rally?
There you go. There you go.
Can I take a moment to go lean over the stairwell?
Make
Yes.
make a Constitution check for me.
Can she do a perception check for a potted plant
You
throw up?
blow chunks like nobody's business because you chose to do it.
It's not my first time.
You lose half your movement.
That's fine. Do I feel better
However,
afterwards?
you no longer have to make Constitution checks when you run.
Thank you for that. Wiping back the hand, trying to get out of my hair, and we'll continue.
That's not the worst I've ever done.
Yeah.
However, there are now a couple that were on the other side of that stairway that were sitting at a table that are very, very angry right now.
Listen, we're not going to be allowed back in this place anyways. It's fine.
They start vomiting everywhere.
And they'll finish off my movement. And probably just
Alright.
waving Ray forward.
So you get to the top of the stairs and make a little ways toward the front door. Rafe, what are you doing?
I'm moving.
You see Simmering just turn and then what are you doing?
I guess I see Simmering turn and come back and like shake vomit out of her hair, and I'm just going to prestidigitate and then move away from her. No comment made.
Okay, so like instantly the taste and flavor, it's all out of your mouth. Your hair is like sparkling clean again. It's like Prel has gone to extra work on you, or whatever shampoo of your choice. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
So, are you running top speed, Rick? Make a Constitution check.
Yep.
Oh, you make it, man. You're about halfway to the door, so you're there. All right. At that point, Vale, you see the creatures bolt through the door that's open, and immediately, like, sword in hand, shaking their left hand that held the hand crossbow, standing right below you.
And I do like an athletics check to try and knock it prone as I drop down on it, maybe with advantage.
You're just gonna.
Yeah, death from above.
Yeah, I'll give you
Trying to-
advantage on that. Yeah, go for it. Use it as a break. And advantage. 21. You slam down on it. I need you to roll 2d6 for damage for me. Plus whatever damage bonus you get normally. I don't know what that is.
I'm trying here. The dice are not cooperating with me.
So here, I can do it for you if that'll help you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
So if you look at the bottom of Jard, sorry, and click the little dice symbol on the bottom right, on the left-hand side of your screen there. You can hit the 2d6 button and then hit roll, and it is 7 plus. See, there you go. But we'll just count that 7 that I rolled plus. What's your damage bonus?
4.
4. Okay. So 7 plus 4 is 11. Boom. You knock the wind out of it. Whatever it is, it's flattened on the ground, face down. It is bloodied as the entire weight of you, Turja, and all the plate mail that you're carrying. or all the plate
Would he
armor
have
that you're
actually
wearing.
had me on his shoulder when he dropped down, or would he have left me on the roof?
He's not on the roof. He was on the wall.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
If it doesn't say yield, then I will use my second attack to longsword it.
It's
Stab.
reaching for the short sword that has fallen out of its hand. You longsword drop it and go ahead. You can make the strike with advantage because it's prone and you're pretty much standing on top of it. With a natural 20.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll that beautiful damage.
Woohoo.
Critical. Hit that roll critical link there.
13. Beautiful slashing.
Okay.
As the moon sword, the moon touched longsword is fully unsheathed. So now I'm like a beacon here at the exit, with the light bathing in the
It
area.
is severely bloodied. It is twitching. It is still reaching for the sword, even though it's face down. Fuck. You're
I just-
hearing other people running up behind you. Luciano, what are you doing?
So I see him now, and can I make out Turja? And I like.
You turn the corner. You've seen Garlo bolt through. You're seeing Cimarine vomiting over the side onto some people who are screaming loudly. Then you see Rafe just, and you just see the vomit like disappear as he bolts up the door, up the stairway, and he's almost to you. And then you turn, you see this thing standing in the doorway. And Turja's on the shoulder of this thing.
I'm gonna immediately be like, what the, huh? And I kind of look up, see Turja, and I'm like, Turja? Who? And I'm gonna, how close can I get to where he is, to Vale?
He's 30 feet away.
Okay. I am going to yell, drop the girl, you, I don't know what to call this man. He looks great, but I'm gonna make fun of him and use vicious mockery. Is that the only way you could get a woman? Unconscious over your shoulder? And I'm gonna cast vicious mockery at him.
Okay. Make a wisdom save, DC 15.
Because all I see is Turja unconscious on this stranger.
Mm-hmm. It hurts.
Oh,
Up, you're muted, Vale. You're muted, Josh. We can't hear you.
Josh,
How
we
much
can't hear
psychic? Sorry.
Roll that 2d4.
Roll
psychic.
damage. It is 5.
5 seconds.
Ow.
And that causes you to not be able to do what now? Disadvantage on your next attack roll.
Disadvantage
before
on
you-
next.
Mhm.
Let's see. Disadvantage on next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. So, at the end of his turn, he'll be fine.
Okay, Garlo, you hear clang as armor comes crushing down on whatever that was. You turn around and see this guy landing. Yield! Bird is still over his shoulder.
Yeah. I same to you, you clanky bastard. And I run at him. And I think because Garlo's prioritizing Turja, and so I think he is going to like throw his cane as like a feint, but gonna try to take Turja off of him.
That's a pretty heavy move. Okay, go for it.
So
He's standing there,
I
sword skewering this other thing. He looks
Yeah,
up.
so
he sees
he's
you
kind of like
whipping that thing
he's
at
a
him.
little, yeah, he's got a sword, he's down on this one, so like he's not really paying attention. So I tuck the cane to distract, and like I just go to try to like grab her off his shoulder, like a big kind of grab tackle.
Okay.
And she's in danger, so a bonus action rage. Because to Garlo's knowledge, she is unconscious on a stranger's shoulder.
Mhm.
So athletics with the advantage.
17.
17.
You are unable to get a good grip. No, wait. Make a counter athletics check. It's not versus armor class. Sorry about that.
Ooh.
Oh. Yeah.
So if that doesn't fail, since I have 2 attacks now, can I second attack, either try again or punch him?
You can certainly try to punch at this point. I think you've lost your grapple opportunity.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go for a punch.
So rolling through that, you go for a punch.
20.
20 hits.
And that's just 5 damage. I don't have a dice for it, so it's just
Okay.
5.
Yeah, 5 damage. Okay, so you take 5 damage.
Oh,
Okay.
7. Sorry, I'm raging.
You're
2
raging,
plus
7
3.
damage. Okay, so Vale, you take a hard fist
To the knees.
to the face.
I'll go for your crotch.
Cimarine,
If we're gonna keep trying to chase and find our friends and get involved in what's going on,
Mhm.
Am I able to get into?
you are definitely in view, but you'll be 10 feet away by the time you get there.
Do I have line of sight then on Vale? Because again, concern being
You
our
do,
friend
and you
is
see
on...
that Garlo is just slammed into him. And he's
Okay.
standing on top of someone that he's stabbing to death right now with a longsword. And Turge is still on his shoulder.
Josh, I'm so sorry. This is...
And oh, by the way, Garlo just tried to body check him, and he didn't move. But
All right.
he did take a punch.
Okay. I think I'm actually going to try to cast Charm Person, knowing it's at disadvantage since we're in the middle of a fight.
Mm-hmm.
So I need you to beat. Where's my saving throw? It's Wisdom, and it's a DC 13.
Okay.
Fail.
He failed.
You owe me a favor. You didn't put my friend down.
Okay.
So it's not suggestion, right? It's charm. It just means, wow, she sure is convincing.
She's now a friend.
Mhm.
You can trust your friend.
Indeed.
So do you put her down, right?
Yes, and not like a sack of potatoes, but gently.
Thank you.
Rafe, your move.
Seeing that Terja is both on the ground and unconscious, I am going to... I'm going to see that Garlo is over there. How far away am I from Garlo at this point?
You can actually make contact with Vale and or Garlo should you wish it, because you were ahead
Okay.
of Simmering.
So seeing that Garlo is busy, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cast haste on Garlo with a shaving of licorice root that I pulled out of that mixed drink.
Garlo, you feel a cool burn throughout your whole body. But boy, can you move fast when the time comes. I'm going to make a strength check to get out of your stomping on them, and I have completely failed with a 1. Vale, it is your move. This thing is very, very bloodied, but it's still reaching. It's got a hold of that short sword, and it's going to try to find a way to spin it around on you.
All right. I point to the lady with the wooden hand who just suggested that I set down Terja. I'm her friend too. And then I proceed to stab the person on the...
Oh,
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm friendly.
Roll the hit with the... Okay, it hits. It still hits. Roll damage. Okay, and it dies. And as it dies, it begins to fade into dust.
Now that usually doesn't happen.
Armored figures begin to surround all of you. What's the meaning of this?
Garlo, in his speed, in his adrenaline, grabs Turja and moves her back towards Sim and Rafe, and then posts up because put him down. So we're, I guess, and the cops are here, so we can't be directly hostile anymore.
It's not the
but
cops.
It's the casino
It's the
guard.
soldiery.
Yep.
This is the Neverwinter Guard.
Oh.
Okay.
Am I with the group at this point? Have I been
Oh,
able?
you're
get
right
up?
there.
Cool.
Yeah, the armored figures are coming up behind you.
Yeah,
They
I'm
were
gonna
inside the building.
spin hands up. Oh, I'm so sorry. It seems that there was somebody here with a weapon. They started attacking guests, and our friend was being dragged away by it. Luckily, we were able to stop it.
And this is where we'll take a 10-minute break. And when we come back, we're going to find out what happens next. Welcome back to Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction. All right, let's kick off our announcements real quick. What do we got today, guys?
Well, everybody, don't forget to subscribe to the Games Tavern YouTube channel. Subscribing is free, and once you do, that means you won't miss any of the action, and you will also get access to additional content. Remember that your likes and positive comments in the videos will help other adventurers to find out about the shows, so make sure you go over and do that as quick as you can.
Okay.
Stream?
What's that? And
What was that, Rob?
Those stream loots are live at the Games Tavern. You can follow the link in chat to get your Games Tavern packs. These cards can be utilized to help out the cast or our GM if you are so inclined. Let's just say that there are enough cards in a deck to do a lot of damage to the GM's hopes and dreams, and just enough cards to give him a false sense of hope. So,
But
check
why
this out
would you
today.
want to give him a false sense of hope, Rob?
Well, because he's got to be interested in the game too, right?
And remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you also get a free Prime gaming subscription. So show your support to the show, cast, crew, and hit that link in chat. Prime gaming subscribers get access to sub-only emotes and to a special subscriber-only channel on the TGT Discord.
Hey, did you hear? Did you hear about GaryCon? Did you get really excited, real hyped up for GaryCon?
I am so excited about GaryCon.
We have teamed up with GaryCon this month on the road to GaryCon. Reserve your spot at GaryCon during March 23rd through 26th this year, 2023, at the Grand Geneva Resort in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. One of these days, I'll be able to use my human eyes to read things. You can register now for virtual gameplay at the sick link that just got dropped in chat, I'm absolutely sure. Otherwise, it's play.garycon.com. You must register for a virtual badge to play in a virtual game, and you could get some pretty cool digital swag too. This amazing cast, woohoo, will be streaming a special one-shot, Death in Freeport, sponsored by Green Ronin Press, live on GaryCon channel, March 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Keep watching the Games Tavern for more announcements, as more cool stuff is added all month long on our march to GaryCon.
I feel like we don't really need to talk about it, but I mean, I guess we should. A huge, humongous thank you to Shard Tabletop. They are the amazing one-stop shop where you can find everything you need to play your 5th edition games. You got maps, you got character sheets, you got character builders, dice rollers, spell lists. There's so much to list that I honestly could spend the rest of our live stream talking about it. But instead, I'm just going to tell you that you should use the link in chat right now and go to Shard Tabletop, see what they got, see what you want, and you can even use the code TGTShard20 to save 20% on all your subscriptions. Once again, TGTShard20 for 20% on all subscriptions. Whatever you get, 20%. It's great. Go do it.
20%. I love me some Shard Tabletop. Okay. Standing back where we were. Music change. The crowd begins to form, both outside and within the hallway. As the armored figures have approached to asking what you've got in, all of you have kind of been hemmed in together as Vale stands on top of what is now a mound of humanoid-shaped dust in the ground. All of you standing around, I believe Garlo was right on to Turja, making sure she's okay, dragging her away.
Can I do some hasted slaps on the face? Like,
Oh yeah.
That's Garlo's heal.
It's my lay on hands. It's just a big one.
Turja, make a Constitution check.
1
There's
second.
been enough turns that you might actually have a shot.
Natural
Nope.
1.
Oh no!
He's out.
Okay.
Give us your best snores there, Turja. Nope. Yeah, okay. That sounded like air moving. So, soft nobility snores. That's all you get. It's like feathers on a pillow. It's just so light. So barely discernible.
Reed, a true noble can always tell when there is a pea under the mattress.
Oh, of course. Okay, and out of order. We're no longer in initiative order. Vale, you're surrounded both by a group of people who are obviously friends of Turja, and armored figures now approaching. What are you gonna say?
We were in room 16. She was poisoned, I believe, by a smoking bottle. That creature wanted her, and something that I delivered to her. I pat the book on my side.
I'm gonna quickly ask anybody if did anybody see him go to this room with Turja?
It's you? You're the one? Okay, so you're friends, huh? And at this point, completely dropping everything of the scariness, I'm just gonna kind of push past for people. I'm like, how well do you know her? I need to know. I have so many questions.
Well, I have so many answers. Just ask and I'll tell you.
The guards are suddenly very confused. Was there a murder here?
No.
Because
As you
I've
can
got
see,
injured people in there. Bolts in the walls.
I'm gonna look at him like he's crazy and be like, "Do you see a body? How can there be a murder without a body? Come on, have you been drinking the house ale? You might have had one
He's
too
looking
many."
at, well, what's that he's standing on?
This is your
It's-
establishment. I couldn't possibly tell you what you leave on the ground
Well,
here.
who shot the matron?
I don't know. Somebody bumped me. You can ask the ladies in the room. I was just stepping out of my room where I had 4 lovely matrons. And he ran down the hall shooting a crossbow. He may have run out the exit. I couldn't tell you.
Well, this is the exit, and he's standing on a dust-filled thing that looks like a body that's been incinerated.
I mean, if that's what you put together, I don't see it, but okay. Oh.
Can you
Standing-
cast that kind of magic in here?
Yeah.
So I'm standing on the corpse-shaped dust pile, and I'm kind of moving around, purposely clumsy, scraping it with my feet. Look, I'm just not seeing a body here as I scrape.
See, what did I tell you? Come on.
Look, clearly there's been some sort of incident here. You said that the matron was shot, but none of us are armed except for, well, no, I don't see any weapons. Do you see any weapons?
So we picked up a hand crossbow on the ground, and there is a sword there on the ground there.
I can tell you that all of my sheaths are sheathed. I don't carry a crossbow. You won't find any bolts on me. And the only one that I know that uses a crossbow is the woman who's currently unconscious. So I don't think she could have shot it.
Well, why are all those bolts in the dust?
Questions that I would like answers to as well. I was just trying to enjoy my night. I'm just as confused as you are.
Sure would be a shame if people started hearing that the Moonstone Mask had bolts and dead bodies around it.
Oh, I cannot imagine that business would be great if they found out that bolts were flying.
The gray-haired matron with her hair in the ponytail who was shot in the abdomen just a few moments ago with the bolt comes walking out. There is a hole and blood there on her very fancy dress, but she appears to be just fine now. Captain, these lovely guests of the Moonstone Mask have made a very valid point. We wouldn't want rumors of violence in our club to be considered acceptable, now would we? The captain stares for a moment. What were we gonna say, Vale?
I'm just staring at the bloody hole in her dress, not saying a word. Eyes big.
Yes, madam.
Personally, I think the live entertainment at the Moonstone Mask is not to be mixed. That looked like a real chase that went through there.
Sir, are you okay? You're unusually fast.
Yeah, I feel really good, like really good. Whatever you're putting in the lobster's hair, is anyone else's heart loud? It's really.
It's an interesting.
something.
I can actually hear it. It's
Yeah,
melodic.
That haste spell's really working its magic right
really-
now, isn't it?
At
really
this
good.
point, it's gonna run out on you, Garlo.
Is anyone else smell Purple, and just face down collapse.
So now Turja, right next to Turja, is this gnome that's just, I'm gonna take a nap. Give me
Don't
your
worry
best
about him.
snore, Garlo.
He's just had a very exciting night. He'll be fine in 20 minutes.
Madam, I didn't see a thing here if you didn't see a thing. Are we clear? And he looks at all of you.
All right. Hey, didn't see nothing. There's nothing to see.
Crystal.
Come, madam, let's talk offline. We shall. Oh, there's nothing to talk about. I need a new dress. And he walks with her, and all of the entourage appears to be gathering around her. And then you hear from the balcony inside. Free rounds of drinks, nothing to see here, just some people being, well, they're role-playing. It's something people do, something that, and I guess they were looking for dice. I don't know what happened there, but their role-playing got out of hand. Nothing to see, just go about your business. Can we get a prestidigitation quickly on table 13? They, well, one of the guests apparently vomited all over. So we need to get that fixed right away. I just want to go home now. No. Drinks and prestidigitation for all. No worries.
I hear this and immediately I'm like, I could use a drink.
Standing on the front steps, you hear music and the warm air of summer night has continued.
Is she going to be okay? I gesture to Turja.
What happened?
At this point, I'll just I'll kneel down and take a look at Turja.
Turja is out.
But
Whatever was
breathing?
in that bottle that eventually popped was designed to put her into a near catatonic state for a few hours.
Okay.
And it would have been Vale too, if not for his quick actions. And good constitution.
Well, I have bad news for you. It looks like Turja's going to be asleep for a while longer. Is that going to be a problem?
Should we get her back to the room? Maybe I don't think she really wants to wake up on the floor.
Look, I've taken on an assignment to protect her, and I tap the book on my side. This book. Are you guys staying here?
Protection.
It's like a story.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were her boyfriend.
What?
It makes sense.
Wait, are you?
He's asking no. It must be a yes then.
Ah!
Carla wakes up to Lucy screaming. What?
Okay, so I need to know everything. Where did you guys meet?
I told you so many questions.
Yeah.
We met in room 16.
It's moved it happened so quickly.
I never thought Turja would act so quick. Oh.
I mean, good for her though. We should definitely let y'all have some privacy then if it's all that new and stuff. It's like the honeymoon phase. You don't really want to like rush through that or anything.
Absolutely. You two lovebirds. Oh my god.
We always knew you two crazy kids would get together.
Are we staying here or are we going back to the house?
Oh, Carlo!
Just laying down. What are we doing?
Well, Garlo, you're going to be a little bit tired for the next few hours. Sorry.
Who's carrying him back?
No, hold. I have a date.
You have a date?
I was in the middle of sealing the deal, and then Turja was being carried out.
Oh, well,
That was amazing! Come here, you little red-headed strapping beast, you. I've never seen heroics like that before. I know it was all role play, but wow.
I'm gonna look for a masked individual and wave them
it
over.
is the masked individual. She's standing there talking to Garlo.
She's clearly not servicing in that sense. Somebody else.
Okay, you're gonna go back in to the place?
Oh, yeah. Just wave somebody down as they come to the entrance.
Yes.
Would you do me a favor?
Yes.
The gnomish gentleman and the young lady are going to need room for the next, let's say, 8 hours.
She can
And,
she
he's-
works here.
Right. But he's going to need a little bit of a pick-up. He had a bad reaction to a magic spell that was thrown at him.
I shall have Maztecan bean juice in the room.
Fantastic, thank you. And I'm just gonna pull out a small pile of gold coins and hand it to the guy.
Oh. The full 8 hours, then.
Yes.
Carlo takes his time.
It shall be done, sir. Emily? Yes? Your friend has elected to give you 8 hours together. I'd have done it for free.
Well, before you get to that, he's going to need a little bit of an upper. He had a bad reaction. to
Maztecan
the
bean
spell.
juice will be delivered to the room.
Make sure he gets some, please.
Okay. Come on, man. I'm going to show you a good time.
No, no.
For a
problem.
long
And
time.
Garlo is essentially walking like Dread Pirate Roberts, just trying to get the body to work right again. Come on, wake up.
Yeah, we're going to need every part of you woken up tonight. And she walks you around the corner, past the matron who's staring over with, having a quiet conversation with the captain of the guard with 3 other guards standing watch. You get actually a deluxe room. Not one with a stage, but a very comfortable room nonetheless. The door closes, and that is all we will say about what happened in that room for the next 8 hours of excitability.
I want to turn to Sim and be like, this is crazy. Everybody's hooking up. Next time I'm going to hear that you and Rafe, you had some fun. This is...
Yeah, wouldn't that be wild?
And I'm just like very like,
As you guys are saying that, Vale is scooping up Turja and putting her back on his shoulder. And starting to
Is
walk
that-
down the stairs.
He's not princess carrying her? Come on now.
No.
It's a job.
He keeps
let
his
her walk
sword
over?
hand. He keeps his sword hand ready.
One moment, Simrine, and I'm going to walk over to the matron. Excuse me, matron. I
You
noticed
bump
that
between the guards. I'm sorry, we're having a private conversation.
Well, the matron mentioned that her dress was ruined. I have a
Yes,
spell that can
it's-
fix that.
You do?
Yes,
By all means.
and I'm going to use mending on her dress.
Okay, and now it's just a bloodstained dress.
Yep, and then prestidigitation.
I should have known. Here. And she pulls out a card and hands it to you. It's a comp card. It gets you 1 full night, any room you like, for 8 hours.
How generous of you, madam.
You're,
Sorry about the mess.
you've made my night. Thank you. I
Pardon,
assure
Captain.
you that I appreciate it, and I assume that our discretion is still intact.
Absolutely. As far as everyone else is going to hear, we had a great night.
I hope that you do. And please come again.
Thank you.
Oh, your friend. Let's be careful about letting her lean over the stairs. Apparently she got dizzy. Perhaps she has vertigo?
Vertigo's a nice way to put it. Yes.
Okay. I'm sure it wasn't because she drank too much.
Well, sometimes elves are a little too into their wine.
Well, it's better than a dwarf who was too much into everything at all at once. So, anyway, best of
Have a
luck.
good evening.
Good evening. Now, Captain, as I was saying, we need to talk about the position of your men going forward. And,
And,
with that, it fades away.
Head back over to where Cimarine and Luciano are and say,
You're watching Vale
Luciano?
start to walk down the stairs.
yeah, Luciano, are you going to be okay if we leave you?
I think I'm gonna head back anyway. It wasn't really my scene here. He's got a little. I don't even know.
Yeah, I quiet the
Well-
audience, Lucy.
Oh yeah, I put on a great
Just-
performance.
Just remember, Luciano, we had a great time.
Yes.
Well,
Make
but
sure
we
you
will
tell
this time.
Gherkin we had a great time.
Vale is at the bottom of the stairs and walking towards the long chain-held walkway that gets up to the Moonstone Mask. He is walking away with Turgeon.
Yeah. I'm gonna go catch up. Do we know him or where he's going?
We're friends now. It's okay. That's her boyfriend. It's gonna be great.
What she said.
Just took it on face value.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm assuming you guys are going to eventually make the decision to follow Vale and show him where you guys are staying, because if not, he's going to make decisions without you.
I guess
True.
Luciano is? Because,
Yeah. It was brought up just because I'm like, unconscious woman, strange man, boyfriend, great. I still want to make sure she's okay.
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 So I'm gonna go up to me. I didn't catch your name. I'm sorry. You're carrying my friend there. Your name?
Oh.
Lucy. Hi.
So many friends. Vale. I
Vale.
reach over with my free hand.
We're staying just a little further in the city. If you don't mind bringing her back there, I would ask our gnome friend to carry her normally, but he's otherwise occupied.
No, that would be great. I'm a little light on coin right now, and not really familiar with the city, so lead the way.
Yep. Ready? Come on. Let me just grab the other. Are you guys staying? And I'm gonna try to run up to. Are you guys staying? You guys coming with us?
Huh?
Out to Rafe and Sim.
Yeah.
In unison.
Yeah.
Her.
Are you going to need a lie down later?
I probably could use a lie down later.
Okay, then I guess we are gonna head back.
Yep, sounds good. I'm just gonna go ahead and start moving really quickly forward.
You guys get about halfway across the chain-held plank bridge as you see a couple of the revelers are now playing a game of who can puke the most off the edge of the bridge.
Fun game.
You started
Classic.
a game. Look at that.
I mean, it's not the first
Trendsetter.
time it's happened. People get drunk at the Moonstone Mask all the time. They usually don't puke off of the ledge onto other people. This couple
How many can you
has
hit?
been nice enough to puke off the ledge into the water below.
Feed the crabs.
I mean, yeah, sure.
It was an
And,
emergency, Reed. She wouldn't have done it on other people if it wasn't an emergency.
Well,
You know, Sim, you're unconscious. You guys make it back to West Mercantile Diversified's villa office location, where you guys set out to make your lives a little better. Garlo obviously isn't going to be returning with you. You guys managed to make it into the kitchen where you see Gherkin has obviously cleaned almost all of the stained blood off and is sitting there in a bathrobe, completely wrapped, where he's eating a sandwich, but you see lipstick on his lips, mascara on both of his eyelids. I was trying some new products for the ladies at the mask. They said it was very nice.
I'm gonna walk through, just say, "Good evening, Gherkin. Have a nice night."
Yeah,
Completely ignore all of that.
and same with me because I'm at this point starving, so I'm gonna try to make some. I'm like, hey, you look really good, Gherkin. And I'm just
Thank you.
rifling through, trying to
Thank
find
you.
something to eat.
Oh, there's chicken bits and sliced boar shoulder and all sorts of other stuff there, should you wish it, and of course some dark rye bread and some lovely wheat. Various different butters, including sweet butters, which is a nice change of pace, and of course this wide selection of fruits and vegetables, all fresh. I was thinking of making a soup tomorrow if you guys are interested for breakfast.
Yes, that sounds great.
Yeah,
That sounds lovely, Gherkin.
thank you.
And I'm just gonna grab whatever I can like hold in my hands, and I'm gonna keep walking.
Wait. Is that Garlo, or did he get a lot taller? And why is he carrying Turja?
boyfriend?
Oh, he's helping us. It's fine. Turja's room is this way, and I just keep walking.
Wait.
And I'm
That's
just leading
some
them.
so, boyfriend?
I know, we're all
Apparently.
very happy for them.
It's happened very fast.
I think I need some more sandwich. And he just goes back into the kitchen. So, who's carrying Turja to her room?
I'm leading Vale. I'm not carrying Turja.
Good. All right. So you lead Vale to her room.
Yeah.
She gets placed in her. I'm assuming the door opens.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Vale
be like,
brings in.
I'm not gonna go in, but I'm like, her bed's right there. You can just, I'm sure, leave her there. I don't know. You're staying in there? Just like,
I'll wait
sure there's another
downstairs.
room if we need one. I don't know.
There is a couch downstairs that is large enough for you.
Couch will be home. Toss Turja on the bed and close the door.
You just toss her on the bed. Boom. Okay. Cimarine and Rafe,
Huh.
how are you guys getting to y'all's rooms?
I am helping Cimarine up the stairs because I am still a little bit tipsy, even if Cimarine keeps
Cimarine's really
upbeat.
helping you up the stairs right now.
Right.
Yes. We should probably just have you lay down. You know, you're not practiced. You'll get used to it maybe, or you won't. That's fine too. Like everyone has their own hobbies or whatever.
Right. I think maybe in the future I'll have to learn that puke and rally trick.
It's
a good
it's
spell.
real neat. Well, I would say I would show you sometime, but I'd rather that not be the next time we hang out.
No, I think we'll avoid drinking whatever that was, the licorice liquor. Oh,
Yeah, that was from the house. Weird choice from the house.
yeah. Well, and I'm gonna slowly open the door to my room. I had a lovely time, despite the giant fleshy golem thing, and mortal danger for Turja. It was nice.
I think it's our kind of nice. And I could get used to that.
I feel like our evening is ending a little bit sooner than maybe we wanted to. But I feel awkward asking you in.
Sure, no problem. I'll just invite myself in then, and just walk on in.
Okay. Yeah. And the door closes.
And the door closes. And with that, we'll pick up next week on Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction. We're going to call it a little early tonight because we've got a whole lot of stuff to happen when everybody wakes up in the morning. So
We still have 15 whole minutes, Reed.
I'm sorry, but this is it. So you guys did a great job on all of this, and I can't wait to see everybody next week in chat. Thank you so much for all the awesomeness from you guys in chat. You guys rock. Elf, thank you for the comment. Roll for getting lucky. I don't know what check that would be. Would that be a nature check or would that be a survival check? It depends on who you're talking to, right? So
Acrobatics.
at the acrobatics in Luciano's case, yes. So with that, let's just close out real quick. It's a good time to stop for the night. So let's see here. Anna, you want to tell them about YouTube real quick for us?
Yes, everybody, please go find our tag. We have a Games Tavern YouTube channel, and we definitely want you to go over there and subscribe and press like on all the videos. Remember, subscribing is free, and once you have, that way you won't miss any of the action, and you will also get access to additional content. Remember that your likes and positive comments in the videos help other adventurers find out about the shows, and we definitely want lots of adventurers to find out about the show, so go ahead and go and like and subscribe. Brandon?
Yeah, if you liked our stuff here tonight, be sure to check out the other shows we have here at the Games Tavern. Q Crawl. This Saturday, first knights are embroiled in senatorial intrigue through some fault of their own. Tune in to find out how much trouble 4 Padawan learners can make, and that's at 3 p.m. Eastern. And on Wednesday, you can explore the world of Eberron at Dirty Deeds at 7 p.m. Eastern. Someone has sabotaged the crew's airship and it has crashed into the ground. The Fallen Star Company must now traverse the Mournlands on foot and find their way to the confrontation with the leader of the Warforged armies.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to follow that really well, Brandon. Thank you so much. But a huge thank you to Shard Tabletop for sponsoring the show. We cannot say enough good things about Shard Tabletop. Every week we learn something new and fantastic about what it's solving for us. It makes the game rather than messing around with your tools. So you can check the link in chat, take a look yourself, see what you think about it, and use the code TGTShard20 to get a 20% discount on your subscriptions.
I love 20% off. And thank you, everyone. We will see you next week on Whiskey Magic and Destruction here on the Games Tavern. See you next week, everybody.